Comedy Jonah. Oh, are you like prepared?
Massacre.
Do you know, like, if we had time, if I
No,
had more time, like, if we weren't 3 hours early,
right.
what was going to happen was that we were going to be like movie massacre, and I was going to have like the lighting effect, and then I was going to have our
Oh,
backgrounds turn to like the blood, and I was going to have this be red and be massacre. But you wanted to go live 3 hours early, so.
if I didn't have clients then, I was going to dress up too and just have blood and just mayhem. Yeah.
Real life gets in the
Real
way,
life
Comedy
always
Joe.
gets in the way.
Well, you know what else gets in the way? Common, I mean, never gets in the way. Never gets in the way is
What?
is is when people follow, like, and subscribe. That is kindness in their hearts and love in their loins. So make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe. Make sure that you share, because sharing is caring. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Tweet us your questions if you ever have them for the house guests, the whoever, the whatever, the when we're wise. You can just tweet us them. You can visit our website for the archives. Maybe you're like, what were Comedy Jonah and Reality Recap saying in BB Canada Season 3? Well, it's on the website.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing here then? This is not
There.
now. So
There.
that's there. This is now. 12. Like a
Wow.
decade later. So, check out that. A whole bunch of other stuff's over there. Bravo, Blotty Blue Blue Blop. Where we're hanging out these days is the Discord. So make sure you check that out. We watch the East Coast airing live. We watch the dailies over there, movies, games, everything. Everything over there, Combination. It's all there. It's where it's all going down is on the Discord. That's
It's
it.
going
That's all I
down.
got.
What going
It's going
down, down, down.
it's going down. Much like Kayla's game for no effing reason.
But I have lots to say about that.
All right, well then, let's go back to the beginning of the week. Poor
So,
little nipples. I mean,
right,
Matt
because
is
it's
gone.
massacre week. So, what did you think of them transforming the entire house instead of like maybe in a side studio? They just said, "Get your things. We're locking you in the HOA room for, I mean, how long? All day?
I mean, I don't think they transformed the whole house. I
Well,
think
the
that
whole
was
living room.
all
The
that.
whole living room. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like the living room has become a staging area now for some reason. I feel
That's what
bad for
I'm,
them if they're.
that's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
bad. I feel bad if they're being locked up in that HOH
Well,
room for days.
we here in the U.S. we're like we've been locked in the house all day. We can't go out in the backyard. They were locked in the HOA room probably all day, maybe all night. No, they can't. They have to. They can't let them sleep on the floors or something. But
Of course they
it was.
can.
But it was super early, right? They had to do that, so it took the entire day, and then they had to do the massacre, which was
Yeah.
crazy. But they're put through a lot more than I've seen in other countries' Big Brothers. Like
Well, you
U.S.
must have missed it. You must have missed it because BB21 Annalise recently came out and said that her season of Big Brother, it was like jail, and they were lucky if they were allowed 1 hour of outside time every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's bad. That is bad. But yeah, I just felt like this was a lot this week for the BB Can
Yeah, but it
house
was
guests.
fun. It was fun.
So fun. So creative.
I I love the theme. I mean, I was like, I swear to God, they're gonna do a stupid chain of safety again. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Never before. You've seen this
Never before chain of
past
safety that
week.
we did last
Last
week.
week.
To be fair, this was just chain of safety where instead of making someone safe, you pick their
Yeah.
position for the week, but same thing.
No, I loved this whole concept. I loved how it exposed people's games. I was really thought it was interesting. Like, even though, you're down to the last two people to be cast, we know they're going to be, POV players, but they still let the people in. And it took me a second to be like, well, who cares? Like, just put the names there and we're good. But then, like, you know, Goose was the last one. And then he's just like, well, I guess I'm putting the name here. There's only one name there. But it allowed him to see where people
Yeah.
stand in the house. I thought it was just brilliant. And I love a horror theme. I love it. Love, love, love.
What the flip? There's nothing here with the flip.
I loved
What
it
the
when the
flip?
guy, they're
But
standing there, they're like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it was definitely fun. I thought Anthony was gonna lay the guy out. Like, I thought if you watched when it was a girl, and it was clearly a guy in doing this thing. When it was the girls, the guy was very much like, here's your card. But when it was a guy like Anthony, the guy was like literally like that. I'm making noise and coming at you. It was like he's like, I don't want to be punched.
With Anthony, I just would have read it. So here's how the rules go.
I'm over here and I'm going to be coming towards you in a moment. I don't want to be punched.
Right.
But Anthony was still like, ooh, scary face man.
Well, and Spicy always gives us the drama with that falling on the floor and stuff. So that's funny.
Spicy is so extra. She's so extra.
She
I
did
just
like,
wish
she did like a death drop. Like, I'm like, are we watching RuPaul's Drag Race? She just did the whole death drop.
I don't know that it's, you know, I want it to be real, and the more we go on with Spicy, the more I'm left feeling what's real. And I almost feel like, yeah, go ahead.
But, and I understand what you're saying, and your feelings are valid.
But it's fun to watch. I get it.
It's fun to watch, but, you know, those people in that pressure cooker, they don't know what's real. So all they see is Spicy being super supportive, right? And so that's why she's doing it. And she's playing to the fans, too. Yeah. It's like, oh, she's so sweet, even though she makes these videos.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about Spicy's game as a whole. I'm just saying, like, you know, when she throws herself on the floor because she's scared, I'm like, were you really scared? Did you really stay on the floor? You're just going to 10 because you think that you're in, like, the next James Bond movie, but you're really on the worst rated reality TV show of all of them lately. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get Spicy. It's like, it's hard for me to root for Spicy and ride for Spicy in the same way I used to when I don't feel like I know what's real. I don't know. Is that it might be a me issue?
Probably is. But, you know, the longer that Spicy and Anthony and Dougie stay in the house and make these moves, the more I'm liking their game. They're still there. They're VIPs. You know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong.
Just like, how are these people allowing it? You know, why didn't Kayla say right off the bat? Goose said if whoever Spicy sits next to is going home, like.
Because it didn't matter. That was just Spicy's reason and Anthony's reason to save Lexus. It didn't. She didn't give a shit.
Reason.
No, it wasn't. It seems so stupid, especially when all Spicy does, like that house meeting of gaslightery, buffoonery, concockery was just like, I'm just watching hypocrites be hypocrites, people lie, and it doesn't matter that Kayla's telling the truth, because you're literally telling the truth to an entire group of people lying. Like, they're all in on it, Kayla.
Right, but that's why you have to come with facts, not just say, they're lying, they're lying. I didn't say that. Oh, Bailey, I did say that. But everything else I didn't say.
Yeah, well, she was being honest. I mean, that is what she did. Here's where I lost.
This is what you say. It's like the plan was to put up Lexus. Why? What? How come that plan changed? Oh, if Lexus is really close with Anthony, like put some game strategy in it. I didn't hear that with her. I was really sad about Kayla going, but when I heard her do nothing to save her game, I'm like, then go. Just go.
Well, because again, you know, and this is where I'm like, ugh, she said she wanted to be loyal to her alliance, and the fact that there were alliance people still in the game, she didn't want to ruin their game. But here's going to be my question for Kayla, because immediately, we have to end this a little bit early. Immediately following this, I have to go interview Kayla. And my question is going to
Good.
be,
You can
but
right
why?
now. Put them in the chat right now. Like, what do we want
No.
to know?
No,
No.
don't, because you
Why?
have to submit, because they have to be
Oh,
submitted the night before and you're not
oh,
allowed to
darn
change them.
it.
So people should have been in the Discord watching with us last night, and then I
Oh,
took all of your questions and put it. But no, we have good questions, and one of them is going to be,
what?
Kayla, why are you being like you're saying you
What?
threw your game away for these people? Well, those people didn't care. So why were you being loyal to people that didn't care about your game? It
That
doesn't
lied.
make any sense. I don't.
Makes
And
no sense.
and everyone's like, "Well, Kayla has integrity and loyalty." And I 100% get that. Wrong game. When you play
Wrong game.
Monopoly, are you like, "Oh, I'm about to win. Here's all my money." So you
Oh,
can be
you
back in
got
the
on
game?
Boardwalk. You got on Boardwalk Place again, and I have 3 hotels. I'll let you pass this time.
Yeah, just go ahead. It's fine. Like,
No.
what then? Don't play the game.
Right.
But I mean, again, I think that's what, but then again, we need those people in Big Brother. I mean, again, Big Brother is a reality TV show, and they need somebody to sit
Competition.
there and
Reality
cry.
competition show. Competition.
Yeah. But they need the person to sit there and cry. They need someone to be the heart of the show. They need someone to make us feel, oh God, we feel so bad for her. While Anthony is busy outside being like, ha ha, dickholes, you got rid of Matthew. Now I'm taking out your person. I'm fucking genius. Ha ha ha. And then you
And
just
yes,
want to jump through the TV and strangle him. But you know that he's playing the best game.
the best game. The best
And I
game.
hate it. I'm so mad at Spicy for letting Anthony attach the strings to her hands, to her feet, and puppet her around. And
I
I want to know what
know.
Spicy's gonna say when she gets out of this season and she watches the HOHs where Anthony is basically laughing at her and going, this girl is so stupid. All I have to do is make up the slightest little inconvenience about her game and she'll spiral out of control and target her enemies.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Jesus, Spicy. I'm just so upset with Spicy. Spicy had the power. She could have held the girls together. She could have literally
She could have
been
went
a
and
for.
talked to Kayla.
Yes. Well, Avery could have too. This is when Avery's like, "What do you want me to do, Kayla? What do you mean?" If I was Kayla, I would have been like, "I don't know, fucking idiot." Maybe when everyone that you're not working with or on the other side of the house comes to you and makes something up, maybe you could talk to me. But the problem is, while those people are on the other side of the house, they're also with her in hot chocolate. So I think
Right.
I understand that's where Kayla's short circuiting is coming from. Like, it's my other, like, Avery is saying it's the other hot chocolate people, which Kayla's in. So I need to believe it because it's hot chocolate. Why would hot chocolate lie to me about hot chocolate? And Kayla's like, I can't go against hot chocolate. I can't betray hot chocolate. I'm just
I've
over
blown
it.
up.
I'm never
I've,
drinking
I've
hot chocolate again. It was literally my tweet. I'm never drinking hot chocolate. Thank you. You've ruined hot chocolate for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I understand Spicy's reaction to it. Like that kind of information, like, oh shit, my name's in out there in your mouth. People shouldn't sit by me. That puts a target on me. I get it. I get your initial, being pissed off about it. But now everybody's talking, so it's out. So realign yourself with the girls because you had the power. That like this emotional playing and reacting and not playing smart drives me nuts with Spicy. Absolutely. And then you get things like, good job, everybody, for winning the POV. La, 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 la. And it's just like, okay, you know what? I'm rooting for you. I really, really am. But ooh, I don't know. What do we think if it's Spicy and Anthony sitting the final two? Who do we think they would vote for him.
I mean, I have talked about this with chat a lot. I go back and forth. The way
Me
I'm
too.
currently feeling right now, I originally felt like there's no way that Anthony is going to win. But I'm starting to think,
Because
why? Just because there's going to be more girls in the jury than guys. The girls are going to stick together. They're going to vote for girl. Girl wins. However, we got Goose in that jury now, and Goose feels very much like, we saw when he saw his name up there and saw that Spicy was the HOH, he was like, I'm fine. Spicy's HOH, I'm fine. And he got sent there because of Spicy. Now Kayla is going to learn, I got sent here because of Spicy. And when the next person goes like Alexis, she's going to be like, I was sent here because of Spicy. And when dumbfuck Avery, who is so stupidly gullible, finds out that Spicy and Anthony have been playing her the whole time, the person she's going to feel most hurt and betrayed by is going to be Spicy, not Anthony. So I think Anthony, if he is sitting there with Spicy in the final two, I think he has a really good chance to win. Because he's just going to be like, I didn't betray you in the way that Spicy did. At any point, you girls all had the power. You could have taken me out. I was honest in what I was saying. I was working to get us to the end. Spicy's the one that lied and betrayed you the whole entire time.
and has all
Who are
the
you
blood
gonna?
on her hands. Yeah.
Yeah, she has all the blood on her hands. If that's what you respect, if you respect someone that lied to the girls and cut them and manipulated them out the whole time, if that's what you want your legacy to be, girls betraying girls, go for it. You could go with me. I was loyal to you and to the end. What could I do? You were in power the whole time. And
Yeah.
that's what he's going to do, and he's going to win.
He's going to, because he's smart. He's smart at what he says. He's going to go all the way back. Look how it started with Donna.
Yeah.
Spicy, you know what I mean? And he's going to walk us through a timeline of how all the blood got all over Spicy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's
Oh, yeah.
going to do. He's going to be Spicy betrayed all of you girls. Why would you give the win to somebody who betrayed you every week after week after week? Kayla, Spicy got you out. Spicy is the one that said,
And then
you
Spicy's
not
going to say,
sing.
listen, it's a game. Like, you guys were threats, and you should feel great about that because big threats needed to leave. And, it's about outwitting. And, I did finally outwit you. You, Goose, were such a big threat. That was the only time I felt I had to get you out. I didn't know if there would be another time. And then Anthony's going to be like,
No, she's going to
listen.
go, but Anthony. Give
And
me a
then,
break.
and then Anthony's going to go, yeah, there's one thing where it's, you're a big threat. But let's, Donna, you got rid of Donna. Kayla, we all made up lies about you. And Spicy's the one that got you out and wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way around it, I don't think, for Spicy.
No,
It's
I
getting
think Spicy
spicy.
loses. Don't get me wrong. I hope that I'm, wrong, but I doubt it.
That's what it's
Like,
looking like now.
that's what it's looking like now. It
Yeah.
also doesn't seem like Spicy learned a lot from her first season. I mean, I'm watching, video. I mean, not whatever. I'm just watching videos of Spicy, like, not using great words.
What
And
kind of words? What are words?
like the R word, like remember on her season when she started calling
Rhetoric?
people the R rhetoric, yeah, when she said you're a big rhetoric. Well, she's still doing it. Like you thought she would have learned,
Oh,
but I mean,
my gosh. Are you serious?
yeah, on today's daily, she's talking to Anthony and she's like, "That's R word. I would never do that." Well, and I'm just like, "Oh, Spicy, you didn't get enough heat from that the first time."
Oh, my gosh.
I just think Spicy is. I mean, here's the thing.
It's going to affect your
Uh,
Instagram price.
Look, here's what I'll honestly say. It's Canada. And don't get me wrong, like, $100 would change my life. So I realize I'm saying, like, it's $100,000. Who cares? I'm just saying, it's not BBUS money if you lose. Like, you're
Right.
losing $100,000. The smarter play when it comes to Big Brother Canada is to collect those Instagram followers. You want to build the social media. That's why when these people get evicted, they're on that Instagram. They are doing watch parties. They are trying to collect those followers. They need to get to that 100K so they can start making, $4,000, $5,000 a post.
Yeah.
That's where the money is for them. They're not stupid. They realize that. So in that aspect, Spicy is being smart. Spicy is like, I am making people want to follow me. I am a chaos train of fuckery. And if
Yeah.
you think I'm batshit crazy on this show, you best be following me on real life. And I think that's, going to get her followers. And, I
Yeah.
think that's what Spicy takes away from the show at the end of the day. I think that's why it's just to throw herself on the floor when she
Yeah.
sees, a person. That's why she has to be over the top times 10 crazy when she could have
Creating
just.
content even for herself, even for
Right,
her
she's creating
stream.
content.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's creating content when what I think would have got her more was if right from the start she said, I'm going to be in this for girls. I'm not going to help Anthony and the guys get to the end. I'm going to hold this group of girls together and we're going to make it to the end. Because she could have. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the most fun. And I get it that you don't know. And I get even if I was Spicy in that game, I probably would have went, girls are never going to stick together. Historically, in all of Big Brother, it's never happened. So why would I stick my neck out for 12, for 7 strangers when it never works out? But it sucks to know this would have been the season Spicy could have held them together.
Oh, I know.
Could have.
But
Easily.
I understand why Spicy is loyal to Anthony because if he goes, she's a target. You know what I mean? Like together, they can manipulate and cause chaos and keep the targets off of them together. But if it's just one of them, they're in trouble. So I get all of that. But
I do agree with that. I agree with
Yeah.
that. But I think Spicy is now the bigger shield.
oh, absolutely. It definitely switched. I mean,
I think
even
it's switched. Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Elijah saying that to Kayla and Kayla not saying anything just made it even worse. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just seemed like it was worse. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not saying it ahead of time, and I think that of course that's what set her off. But then it's like it's out. So now you gotta figure shit out, and you gotta think, okay, what are my numbers? What are this? Do you know what I mean? And she's reacting too emotionally, and Anthony's just doing great, not even having to win. I mean, we're down to what 5 house guests now. It's like, and you're still going into comms, Anthony, and saying, I don't need to win this.
Well, okay, so 2 points. Number one, if I was Kayla and Goose was like, Spicy wins next to anyone, I would have been like, calm down, person who's been voted out and the pawn every single week. Somehow I don't think you have a great grasp on this game. Somehow I don't think you're going to be the person to influence jury, nor do I think you really understand 95% of what's going on in this game, so I'm not going to take your advice. And I would have just been like, I didn't hear what he said. That's number one. Number two, yes, this is exactly what I was talking about yesterday with chat. 100%. This week, Anthony feeling so incredibly comfortable. Like, we're all acting like, when we were going into the murder mystery, we said, well, this is the whole house against Anthony and Tola and maybe Lexus. One of them is going to go. It's going to happen. Gotta happen. The fact that Anthony was able to brilliantly, even though I hate to say it, maneuver to get the target off Lexus and get rid of a loyal player from the other side and a girl, brilliant. Insane. So then we were like, now we're going into the next HOH. Clearly people are going to have to target Anthony, right? But we don't have dailies because they needed to keep the whole massacre a secret. So we don't really know what's going on in the house. And then it becomes clear to me watching the episode, whatever has happened in that house has made Anthony feel so safe that he's just like, oh, only girls left. I'm one of 3 guys. Huge target. I don't care. Here you go, Avery. You can take it. Like, that's how safe Anthony feels in this game. He's not even remotely worried that he would go home against an Avery, or I forget who the other person was. Crazy to me how these people just don't care about Anthony and Spicy. It's crazy. I mean, it's great. It's a testament to their social game. Their social games are so good that these people are like, let's just keep cannibalizing each other and letting the 2 vets who have played before go to the end. Loyalty, that doesn't matter. I'm going to keep the person in who I hardly ever talk to and whose name is always involved in everything that makes no sense.
I'm a super fan and I'm working with Anthony. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I mean, look, that is the way to go. Like, I mean, in all honesty, weaponize the twist. If you're against the twist, it rarely works out for you. However, and I know people hate a Cameron, but what you had to do in this situation is, yes, sit your ass in those DRs and be like, I'm a super fan, I'm working with Anthony. And then when you're in power and production can't do anything about it, go, I'm going to backdoor Anthony. And then watch production shit their pants. Like, that's the way that you needed to play it.
Right.
But it's not going to happen.
No.
You have to be that level of super fan to understand that that's how you have to play it. Production is not letting Anthony or Spicy go easily. They paid them way too much money to be there.
I had hope until this week and seeing what happened to Kayla. Mm-hmm. And now I know it's not going to happen.
100%. That's exactly what I said. This week was the switch for me. I now feel there is 0% chance that Anthony loses this game. These people are literally like, the girls are willing to be like, how high should I jump, Spicy? Spicy, jump? How high? How high, Spicy? Vote out my ally, Spicy? Whatever you say, Spicy. And then Spicy's willing to run back to Anthony and be like, okay, I'm ready to pick off another one of my people. Right, what do you want me to do, Anthony? What do you want me to do, Anthony?
Another best friend blindside? Okay.
Best friend blindside? Great. All of our allies gone? No problem. Sure, great. Oh, wait, you get to keep Tola to take me out? Oh, you're getting to keep Tola and Lexus both to take me out?
Okay, sure.
Makes sense. Makes sense. No, you should get to keep both people to take me out, Anthony. Makes sense. I'll get rid of the person who would never go after me. You know what, Anthony? I'm going to get rid of someone who would never vote me out. So you get to keep 2 people that would vote me out. It makes complete sense.
And I will need a hug every day.
3 hugs. Thank you.
3 hugs.
Thank you, Anthony. Whatever you say, Anthony. Thank you so much, Anthony. It just made no sense. And I don't understand, like, and we're not going to find out, but I don't understand what has happened to make Anthony feel so comfortable.
Because we don't have those live feeds. We just have those dailies.
And then we don't even get dailies when there's a twist, like the movie Murder Massacre. So they don't want to spoil anything. So we're not allowed to know what's going on.
So then what you're saying is this week we're both casual viewers.
No, I'm an informed viewer and you're still a casual viewer. I'm informed and you're casual.
Okay.
You know what I want to know about? Seriously?
What do you want to know?
I really want to know, because I've been asking the people, like I asked Goose in our exit interview, I'm asking Kayla tonight. Do you agree with how people cast people for the movie Night Massacre? Like, do you think Bailey made the correct... Let's start with Bailey. Do you think Bailey made the correct move by giving Spicy the HOH? Is that a no?
Oh, you're asking me? I thought you said this is one of the questions I'm going to ask Kayla, and I already asked
No.
I thought you were going to answer it.
No. I'm saying to you... This is what I also asked Kayla and Goose. I can't wait to hear what Goose said. Well, you should have watched that interview. No. Do you think that Bailey was smart for putting Spicy as the HOH. Let's start there.
No.
Who should she have put up?
Todd.
I kind of agree with you. I think she
What?
should have made Todd. I think she should have made Todd the HOH.
Hey, look at me.
Imagine how different this week would have been if Todd could not have put up Kayla, because then Todd doesn't, like in that scenario, Todd now is not. Oh, I guess Todd could still put up Kayla. Why couldn't he?
We could put up Kayla and Anthony.
Do you believe that Todd would have made the move? Because here's the thing. Todd's another one that annoys the shit out of me, because we spent 2 weeks with Todd being like, just wait until I get to make a move, and no one's gonna believe the moves that I get to make. Look out, I'm coming for you with the moves.
And this
Then
week,
he
you
has
and Tola make a move, and it just backfires.
Right. And so you had a chance to make a move, and you went for Kayla.
And that's what I don't understand. Why all of a sudden was Todd going for Kayla? What did she do?
Because Spicy has put into Todd's mind Kayla bad, Kayla the enemy, Kayla's going back and forth with information on both sides.
Playing both sides, yeah.
Yeah, Spicy did a great job of setting Kayla up. That's why. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's so bad. I mean, now technically Tola is the one that put up Kayla, but he was going back and forth,
Right.
you know, of what he should do. Todd's the one that put up Avery, but still he put up Avery for what? Now he says as a pawn.
He knew that she would, as a pawn, he knew that she would be safe. What I don't understand, like, you know, when all of the lies were, you know, everybody's going back and forth, and Spicy's running around, and when they were talking to Bailey, you know, there was some light. Like, Bailey's like, this is not making any sense. This is really convenient. Like, I was like, oh, there's a little hope. The fact that Kayla in that house meeting said, oh, yeah, I did put your name out there for a backdoor. All you had was Bailey left. Do you know what I mean? Lie about it. Just no, I never did. I never said that. I never said that. You're trying to get rid of me because you guys wanted Alexis, and now their numbers are stronger. Like, do strategy. Another thing, Tola, lie. When you were talking with Avery, have you ever heard my name in your mouth? Have you ever? No.
No, never.
Oh, and then runs to Anthony. Oh, you should have lied. Oh, let me run back. Avery, I remembered something. Yes, they did. She did say something with your name. So I'm just going to leave it like that.
I have early onset.
And then she's like,
dementia.
oh, but he was so sincere when he came back and told me. So sincere. Even though you're my strongest ally, I believe him.
Yeah.
He's very sincere. He's very sincere.
I don't understand. And I was saying this too. If you go back to week 1, every single person that got voted out, like J9, oh my God, Donna, Vivek, all of these people are like, Tola is insufferable. Tola is the worst. I want Tola out of this game. Yet here we are, week after week after week after week, and Tola's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because Anthony wants Tola to get out Spicy.
Yeah.
And now Anthony has Tola and Lexus to get out Spicy.
Uh-huh.
And I hate to break it to you, but we finally got dailies today.
And?
Which were before the HOH. So we still don't know who is the HOH. However, in today's dailies, Anthony said, really starting to trust Bailey now, even more so than Avery and possibly a Spicy. Now, he's saying this to Lexus, so he might just be saying it to throw Lexus off, to make people think I'm not that
Yeah.
close to Spicy. However, he is also saying, without saying to Lexus, if we win this HOH, Spicy may need to be a target. Because we might not want to go after Bailey. Bailey's good for our game, and I trust her. There's a chance, I would say at this moment it's a 20% chance. It's based on the minimal feeds that we have. But I would say right now there's a 20% chance that if Anthony or Lexus or Tola win HOH, there's a chance we could see like a Spicy become a victim of this week.
Or a pawn.
I mean, maybe a pawn.
Has Spicy been up yet? No.
No, she hasn't been up yet. And I'm not saying a good chance. I'm saying a 20% chance. I'm just saying Anthony has been entertaining conversations about Spicy. And in those conversations has been saying, I trust Bailey.
I think he's entertaining those conversations to see where people are at with her. That's what he's doing. I don't think it's anything of that's real. I think he's just getting information, which is smart. He's playing the game. Like, where do people really sit with her? Because he's also doing jury management, right? Like, if people have this, oh, Spicy's wonderful, Spicy's this,
correct,
you know, then once I send them to jury, they're probably going to vote for her. So I have to, like, turn them before I, to my side, and then I get rid of them. Then I have someone on their alliance get rid of them. Or their best friend, if there's any best friends in the house left. Yeah. Smart.
No, it is definitely smart. That's what I say. I don't like I mean, it's funny because I don't like the cocky, like, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I scare myself, I'm so good at this game, I'm the best attitude of Anthony. Like, that personality type to me is such a turnoff. On the flip side, Spicy's, you know, ditzy, I like la 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 going through is a turnoff to me. As well. So I don't know. I need a Bailey. Honestly, Bailey's perfect. The way that Bailey is strategic, smart, and also crazy is perfect. She's like the best parts.
It's threaded perfectly. Yes.
Right. She is the perfect mix of Anthony and Spicy together is Bailey. They just need to adopt her as their child. You know, their child, move over and let the next generation take control because neither of you are it anymore. I just want to watch Bailey in a position of power. And I mean, good on Bailey. I mean, here's the other thing that kind of annoyed me about, you know, this competition. And clearly, I guess, you know, I'm going to say this, but obviously it's not true because Bailey won. It did annoy me at first when I saw, oh, so this is a competition and it's basically Chain of Safety. And the way that you've decided to do it is a test of strength. So obviously the guys are going to do so great in this. Like, in other words, all of the other comps were, you know, fair.
Which comp are you talking about?
The one where they had to hold up the chains and the jars and that be on their knees. I'm just like, I'm sorry, but this favors the guys. You clearly want the guys to be in power with this competition. Now, again, I'm saying that, and Bailey's the one who won. So I guess I'm wrong. But I'm just telling you what my initial thought was when I saw it. I was like, this is ridiculous. They want Anthony or Tola or a guy to win this because it's about, you know, holding stuff up and whatever. But I guess not.
No, I mean, you know, I think everybody's lower body strength just is more even than upper body strength, right? Because we know, like, you know, born male.
I have said this on other seasons before. We have really high ceilings and I have to raise my arm to unscrew the light bulb. You know, I have to have like my arm and I have to keep it there for a while. on like the second light bulb, I'm literally like this. I can't. My arm. I can't. Like, I can't hold my. So, in other words, the challenge could have been, Eric, get on your knees and just hold your arms straight in front of you like this. Forget about me having a chain and having to hold on to anything. Just keep my arm, like I'm already, like, I'm almost done right now. So I'm just saying, I would suck at all these competitions.
How are you so weak?
I would
You're so
suck.
young.
I don't get it. Like, I couldn't do. I couldn't do. And on the flip side, remember how on the last episode I was like, the teeth brushing thing, I'm out. I don't think I could do it. Holy shit, the blindfolded thing this week. I literally said to chat, I honestly think I would just sit down. I honestly would go, you want me to do a puzzle where I can't see the puzzle? I'm wearing gloves. And first of all, how is this even fair that the back and the front are different? How am I supposed to know? Like, in other words, they could have done the whole puzzle correctly, but had a piece turned backwards. And then it's wrong. How would they have known that it was flip? Like, I don't understand. I think, like, good God, the budget is so low that they're like, okay, here's the comp. We're going to give them a pair of goggles and tell them they have to step over poles. And then we're going to have them do a big puzzle blindfolded. And the budget remains great. So, I mean, it's such a stupid ass we don't have money for a real comp. But in the same hand, I'm like, they must have been there for hours.
They must have been there for hours. I think the way each puzzle's picture was done made it so that if they, the way all of them fit, showed us the picture on the outside. Like,
oh, so like it couldn't have been backwards if you did it correctly.
It could never have been backwards, yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay,
the way they did it, yes.
All right, then that makes more sense to me. But like, so the strategy to that was, take your blindfold off, look at where the poles are, put the blindfold on, and then know I'm taking 1 step, 2 step, I hit a bar. Go back, let me look again. Take 1 step, a half step, raise my leg 1 step. So in other words, I guess that challenge is remember every single step that you take and how you move your body.
You couldn't hit the poles, right? Like you couldn't hit it, or you had to start over. Yeah.
Correct.
And then you had Alexis. You're like, and then you had Alexis. Like, oh, I don't want to touch anything. You know, it's fake toxic waste, right? Like.
Well, she doesn't want to lose. No, I was Team Lexus on this. When she's like, I'm fucking hot and I'm pissed off, I was like, me too. I would have sat my ass. I would have just been like, I lost everyone. I don't have the time or energy to care to try and do this shit. Did you ever play the part? You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the party game. Like, I don't know if you did this because, you know, you're so much older. But when we were little, we would do this game where we would put paper plates on the floor. And then you let the person look at the floor so they see all the paper plates on the floor. You're like, hey, you got a minute to look at them. So they look at the plates. Then you blindfold them and you spin them around. And while they're being blindfolded and spun around, another person picks up all the plates off the floor. And then you tell them, okay, walk across the minefield. So the person is like, like, how am I not touching a plate? But there are no plates on the floor. So they're just walking around like they look like a moron. And they think that they're the greatest person in the world because I haven't touched a minefield. And they're like, what? But there are no plates. And then when they get to the other side, you take the blindfold off. You're like, no, you just look like a moron for 20 minutes. That's what I would have thought. You know, while I was doing, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Don't blindfold me. I don't know.
Paper plates.
Yeah, like a paper plate. It was just the point is just to make. Could have been anything. Could have been dominoes. Whatever you want.
It sounds like kids that are poor's game.
Yeah, I was poor as a child. I got news for you. I'm poor as an adult. So make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you are watching these shows. Yeah.
Let's get Eric off paper plates.
Paper plates? Well, you clearly don't watch the You Now shows. We're in a never-ending battle of paper plates. It's a long story.
I think I've used a paper plate since camping last summer, but okay.
Okay, well, some of us don't have dishwashers.
Oh, really?
Some of us have mothers with dementia that pick up the real plate and throw it across the room, and after that happens 10 times, you use paper plates.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. No, my mother doesn't throw plates. Comedy,
no,
Jonah. She has
you're
dementia. She's not
sweet.
crazy.
Don't even know what a plate is yet. Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Yeah, I think it is. The comp was just. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's me. I think it's my mindset. I'm just like, I quit. I've been looking at these comps lately and just been like, I quit. I'm out.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I would have done it. I would have been blindfolded. I would have.
Well, then again, I think I would have been so bored in that. And you know what it probably is too? You're probably excited, like you have airtime. Like I'm on television with this comp. So you probably wouldn't
Right.
want to sit down because you understand, like...
Well, and you're probably not going to get asked back. You know what I mean? So,
I'm not going to get what?
if you're going to just sit down and not do the comps, you're probably not going to get asked back after you're evicted.
Oh, asked back. I thought you said you're not going to get ass back. And I'm like, what is ass back?
You're like bareback? No.
I'm not going to get ass back? You're bringing baby back? Yeah. Whatever. So, good for Bailey in winning that. Obviously, I like how Bailey's like, so I get to take Todd down? Like how Bailey and everything. So I get to take my person? Like, she's just so floored. Like, so we're going after Kayla, and I get to take my person down? Okay, I'm on board. What do we say? Now, the way, and I'm hoping she finally realizes it, but if freaking Bailey and Todd and Tola aren't sitting there watching Kayla go, I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus. I'm not gonna expose anything. I don't want to upset anyone. Well, Bailey should be like, well, I know everything. I thought I knew everything. So who are you afraid to talk about to in front of me? Like, we're supposed to be working with everyone here but Tola. So why can't you say it in front of Tola? And then if I'm Tola, he should be thinking the same thing about Bailey, but then being like, but the girls are working together. Like, they should have been able to work out the Anthony, Spicy, Avery, Kayla scenario.
And
should have been so obvious.
And that Kayla was being loyal. And even though her, campaign sucked to stay, the fact that she didn't break anybody's game is kind of a testament, like, oh, maybe she didn't lie, because these things I'm hearing about her these things are pretty specific. Yet I know her as this sweet person, and now she's trying to defend herself, but will not give anybody up or break the alliance. Do you know what I mean? Like, those little things really need to start sitting in with Bailey and Todd, and
Well, I lost all hope in Todd again. Like I said, after watching Todd for a week, being like, I'm going to make a big move. I get a chance to make a big move. I'm going to make a big move. I like to put up Avery. Big move. Avery.
Kayla, yeah. Well, he put it because he wanted Kayla out. But I was glad to see that he made a move. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for more.
I'm not. I'm not is the problem. Is I don't think. Everything, and they're not stupid, and this is also what scares me. Like, they understand, and production understands that whoever wins this next HOH will probably set in motion the end of the game. Like, we're going to be able to tell who the final two is going to be based on this HOH, because we know that we're going into a double. So, A, we will know who probably is going to be the victim this week.
Mhm.
Then we're going to know who's left to play. And then once we know who's left to play, it's going to be pretty obvious who's going out in the double.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I think that's why they held the HOH from us today. And I almost feel like they held it from us because it's an Anthony, Lexus, or Tola. And there's a lot of people that are like, once those people get in power and they take out one more of the people from the other side, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm not watching anymore. So I feel like they're almost trying to protect who the HOH is until, like, let us do some creative editing to make you care a little more. It's too late.
Like,
You've ruined it.
anytime one of them says like HOA, they're gonna be like popcorn. And you're just like, wait a minute, I have to figure out who that is. Like, what are they talking about in the dailies? Yeah.
How do we betray the person closest to us now? I mean, the only thing that gives me the littlest bit of hope is if the name of the game is betray the person closest to you, then I'm ready for Spicy to betray Anthony, but it's not going to happen.
It's not, but it's if it's going to happen, it needs to start happening a little soon, and maybe even in the double, like maybe that. But I get why she's keeping him there, like it's protecting her. But it's good. I'm enjoying this season. Yes,
I'm enjoying it too, and we have to wrap up because I have to go talk to Kayla in 10 minutes. But quickly, who do you
Todd.
Who do you hope is HOH next week?
Todd.
Oh, so you want a Todd HOH.
I want a Todd HOH.
And who do you think Todd goes after if he's HOH?
I think he's going to go after Anthony. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen at all, but in the interest of time, and I hate
You
all
asked
these
what
people.
I wanted for Christmas. That's what I want.
No, I was going to co-sign, but no, I want Bailey. I will say my fear in having Bailey is she's going to do what Spicy says.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, there is that. There is that. I did forget that point.
I don't think Todd will. I think he'll listen to Spicy, but I don't think he'll necessarily. I think he'll make his own decision.
Well, the part that I forgot to tell you from the dailies was that Bailey and Todd want a final four with Anthony and Spicy, so they might not go after them. Might not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, look, you can know everything that happens if you all are making sure that you follow, like, and subscribe so that you're notified every time that we go live. See, we went live early today and then you were following, so you knew. Tell a friend, tell a family member if you guys like these shows. Thumbs up, subscribe, all those things help support. Visit our website for our archive. Check out our YouTube, yourrealityrecaps.com/YouTube for all the current shows. Check out our Discord. That's where it's all going down, where we watch the shows. You all know the deal. Comedy Jonah, final thoughts?
Yes, I'm just excited to know who the HOH is. I hope it's not someone on Anthony's alliance because I just feel like we're going to know the end of the game. So I'm hoping it's a Bailey, a Todd. We'll see.
Me too.
We'll see.
We shall see. All right, everybody. Until the next show, I'll be live again later tonight. I'm live every day. You know the deal. Bye, everybody. Bye, friends. Bye.